Sagittarius, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Saggies, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do a reading and then clarify. Just wanted to invite you to my Facebook group. We are doing a Zoom on Wednesday live, so if you would like to join, the link is there on my channel on the community page. Also, if you would like a personal reading from me, don't forget to comment or email me and I will get back to you. It is Thanksgiving coming in, so really enjoy your Thanksgiving and be thankful for everything. All right, so here we go. Sagittarius, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Saggies for their highest good. Wow. So you have first light, beginning a new cycle. Nice, very nice. So you are definitely on the new path, you guys. New path, which is very nice. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Wow, look at that. Now, these two cards right here are just telling you right now, you're on a new path. You're going on a new path. Definitely your own path, so really enjoy it. All right, so Saggies, let's see what's going on for you. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Saggies, 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 Saggies. Wow, one for the situation, one for the past or now, one for what's hidden. Thank you. What you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Okay, and for the end of the tarot deck, you did get the Four of Wands. You are going to see some kind of truth, or you have seen some kind of truth. You're going to have a lot of clarity also, I feel. There's breakthroughs coming in, definitely moving forward to something new. See what else. Try not to rush into anything, okay? I'm just looking at the cards behind her. And I feel like you're being pulled in different directions and you are definitely trying to make a decision here of some sort. Wow. Aren't these cards beautiful? I love the way these cards look. The art on them is so beautiful. All right, so sorry, I just talk a lot. Okay, here we go. So Saggies, you do have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to establish yourself. You're really wanting this material success to come through. You have the Two of Swords here for the situation. What the situation is, you need to take that blindfold off. And you really need to see things for what they are. I feel like you're going to be making a decision very soon, but really take that blindfold off, okay? You do have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is talking about, you know, being very direct, standing up for yourself, speaking what's on your mind also. We'll see if it's now or later. You have the Hermit card here. The Hermit card is talking about that you're very wise. You know, you could be a teacher. You could be a teacher, a healer, anything. I feel like there's something here about you finding answers, wanting to know answers about. You do have the Nine of Swords here for the hopes and fears. You know, you're worried about everything that's going on in your life. You're in your mind a lot about a lot of things, you know, worried about everything. You need to leave that behind. And for what you need to do right now is really have faith, really, I feel like you're going to start feeling better, but I feel like you need to have optimism, you know, hope and your faith, you know, you need to keep on, like, don't give up on anything. I also feel like there could be something, a blessing trying to come in for you. You do have the World card here and new things are trying to come in, new experiences. You're on a new path. You're coming towards a new path. It's not here yet, but it's coming towards you. So be ready. There's new things coming in. And then you have the Ace of Wands. Wow. The outcome is the Ace of Wands. And remember how I told you there's that new path that hasn't came in yet. There it is. It's at the end. So your outcome is this new path, this new opening, the door opening for you, new ideas, new new projects, new things coming in. Out with the old, in with the new. So it's good. Very nice. Very nice. So let's see what what we clarify the cards. Take what resonates with you, Saggies, and leave the rest. Woo, Saggies, we're already on Thanksgiving. Can you believe that? Woo. This week here, it's gonna be happy times. So here we go. The 10 of Pentacles. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Saggies for Sagittarius for their highest good. Oh, nice. Wow. All right. So Saggies. So you started off with the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is talking about, you know, having that material success, creating money, you know, really establishing yourself, having enough for everything, you know, and I feel like you're going towards this, so it's very nice. There is some kind of abundance here, so it's very, very nice. You do have the Queen of Cups, though. Queen of Cups is asking you to set boundaries, you know, try not to overwork yourself, try not to give too much of yourself, you guys. You really need to put boundaries around you, okay? Really trust your intuition and really start taking care of yourself. Cannot express that any more. Really take care of yourself, okay? You also have the 10 of Cups here, and the 10 of Cups is talking about, you know, you wanting this happiness, this success. You know, you just want to be happy, and I truly believe that you will be, because you're gonna have a lot of material success coming in, and you're on the new path. So moving towards this happiness here, so it's good. Love it. You're gonna be with friends and families, of course, because it's the holidays, but I do feel like you're just enjoying. You're going to be enjoying, but you got to really take care of yourself. You do have the 2 of Swords here, and why is the 2 of Swords here for Sagittarius in the situation? One more card. Wow. Okay. Wow. So this is a big thing here, Saggies, and I'm going to tell you why. You look at this lady, and she has the swords, and she has a blindfold around her eyes, right? She's can't see. She has these heavy swords that are around her that she's carrying, but she's like, okay, do I go this way or do I go that way? You know, but why doesn't she want to see what's there? You know, she's having a very hard time seeing or trying to make a decision. Okay, so this is you right now, and this is your situation and what's going on right now. You're in your emotions a lot. There's something painful that has happened. There's something that, you know, you're feeling it, you know, feeling the sadness, feeling the emotions, feeling the open wound again. You know, you're in your mind about just being very depressed, being very sad. And I feel like you need to like overcome these emotions, like try to look beyond it, rather. Not above, but beyond these emotions, you know. Try to balance your emotions, okay? Because even though your emotions are high and you're thinking about everything, you're still going to have to make this decision. You are going to be moving forward, though, definitely. But that decision is like, you need to take that blindfold off. And the reason I know this is because you also have the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords, you look at her, right? She has the blindfold around her eyes. You know, she can move away from all those swords. You know, she can leave, she can move, you know, away, but she doesn't. It's like she's caught on there, like she's stuck there, and that's you. But until you open your eyes and take off that blindfold, you know, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to move forward until you start taking off that blindfold. And right now they're asking you, take off that blindfold. Look at what's going on in your life. Look at what's in front of you. Look at the things that you have to deal with. Start finding your courage. Start, you know, standing up for yourself. Start being strong-willed and deal with everything that's going on in your life, because you need to. You have the Queen of Swords here for the past or now, and I do believe it's now, because I feel like you need to really speak your mind about what it is that's going on. You know, you're very loving. You know, you can be very loving, Saggies. You can be, you know, you're very gracious. You know, you help everyone. You know, you try to help everyone, but you know, you don't follow behind. You're the leader. Okay, stand up there, find your power, and get back in there. Okay, because you know, speak your mind about things. It's time. to speak what's on your mind. It's time to stand up for yourself. It's time to be that strong-willed, person that you are. It's time, to take off that blindfold and really see things for what they are. You want all this, but there's still, you hold on to this blindfold that's like on your eyes. It's like, hey, I don't want to really, I know it's there, but I really don't want to see it. And that's you. And you really need to open your eyes, okay? Even if it hurts, even if it's, it's going to sting, still, you need to open your eyes and deal with it, okay? And then you have the Hermit card here, and what's hidden. And why is the Hermit here for Sagittarius card? So you have been looking for a lot of answers. You do have the Hermit card here. The Hermit is talking about, you finding the answers that you need, following your own path. Remember that you are a beacon for everybody. People look up to you. People see you in a different way. I feel like you could be going through a spiritual journey. I feel like you need to take the time to reflect. And I feel like you need to use your inner guidance also when this card shows up for you. Really take that time to find peace within you, to reflect, to go within, to clear your mind, because you're thinking a lot about the past. You could also be going through a healing, because I feel like at times you are going through a spiritual journey and you're looking for answers. And I do feel like, with this card and then the Three of Swords here, I do feel like you could be going through a spiritual journey along with that. And then you also have the Queen of Cups here. So I feel like you've been thinking a lot about the past, and you really need to move forward from that, okay? Because you do have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands is saying, hey, move forward. Stop looking back. There's new things there. There's good things coming in, but, you need to stop looking back, okay? Wow, very interesting. And then you have the Nine of Swords. All right, Saggies. And then you also have the Nine of Swords down here. The Nine of Swords is talking about really being in your mind about things. I feel like you're going to be in your minds about everything that has been going on, because you're still healing. You're going on this new path, definitely, but you're still wanting answers. You're still looking and searching for answers, and you still have the past. That's like, you're still thinking about that. You're worried about everything that's going on in your life. So let's see what's going on with that. Why is the Nine of Swords here for the hopes? The hopes and the fears on my card. Oh, okay. So it's like you're worried about making some kind of decision here, I feel. I feel like there's things that you need to see. That's why they're asking you to take that blindfold off, to really see things for what they are, okay? Because you're in your mind a lot. You're not thinking straight. Your mind is cluttered with a lot. They're asking you to go within to clear your mind about everything that's been happening. I do feel like you could be making a decision about your relationship. I do feel like they could be making a decision about an offer, or just something that in general, like that. But with the Two of Cups, let's see. But with the Two of Cups, I do feel like definitely, I feel like also too, like when you worry, I feel like, you're like thinking of everything, like you're being pulled in different directions also. And then with the Two of Wands, I do feel like you're wanting to make some different kind of plans here. I feel like you just need to find your patience on everything that's going on. And I feel like you need to start thinking, putting things like, I feel like you need to start putting things in order. Like, because you want everything. You want things to fall into place. You want this happiness. You want this material success. But there are things that you're not looking at. There's things that you're in your mind about, and a lot of things in your mind about. And you really need to like try to leave that behind, like try to go within, because it's like almost as if you're stuck, okay? Because you want so much, and they're asking you to really Like once you start seeing things for what they really are, seeing the truth, speaking your mind, going within, you'll get a more better look at everything that's going on, and you can start dealing with it. Um, you have a star card here for what you need to do now, and one more card. Wow. So, with the still, with the star card here, you're definitely, you could be going through this healing, because not only do you have this card, but you have a lot of cards that show that you're going through a healing. You could be feeling emotional, which you are, because you have the Three of Swords here. You know, feel hopeful, okay? Believe that everything's going to work out. Don't give up on anything. I feel like you will start feeling better soon, because you're going to be leaving things behind, because you do have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords is saying, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to go down this path anymore. I want to just go forward and just leave everything. And you will. Look at this person. It's like if you see her, in the boat, right? She is definitely, she's like, has her back turned to the darkness. This guy, he's right here. He's like, complete darkness. You can't see his face. He's turning the other way. She's like, nope, I'm going this way. I don't want to go in this darkness. I want to go towards the light. And that's you. You want to go towards something different, and you will. You're leaving things behind. You're no longer going to be, going through all this. Your cup is overflowed. Really open up your heart, follow your heart, have that compassion and forgiveness, because I do feel like you need that. That no matter what it is that you have gone through, you still need to have that, that love, that forgiveness, that compassion, no matter what, even if that person. And then I know people can be really ugly with other people, but still try to have that compassion. I do feel like there's somebody new coming into your life also. I do feel like there could be somebody new coming into your life. So, and I feel like you're going to have a lot of emotional moments. Like emotions are going to be very high right now also. You have the World card, Saggies, and why is the World card here? One more card. Wow, you have the Lovers card here. Wow. Okay. So, so with the World card, they're telling you that there's new experiences coming in. You're going on like further. You're going to move forward. Like the next level of your life. You're going to go move forward, because there's new experiences waiting for you. There's new things trying to open up for you. Whether you think of it as good, that's up to you. But there are good things coming in. So you just got to know that, okay? Because you are on this new path, and it shows that you're definitely here on this new path. Or going to be very soon, rather. You do have the Lovers card here. The Lovers card is talking about, a decision that you're going to be making. Like I said, it could be about your relationship. Really have communication, express yourself better. Okay. Really express yourself better, communicate better. Remember that, everything has two sides to it, no matter what. There's things that you're so angry about that you forget that there are two sides to it. Do you forget that, okay, look at everything before you start judging, before you start pointing fingers, before you start, arguing about things, really look at everything. I do feel like you have some kind of regret though about, something that has happened in your life, whether it was you or somebody else or somebody close to you. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be anything that has happened, and I do feel like you have some kind of regret. You have that disappointment, that feeling down, that things didn't work out, between you and somebody else, or, whatever happened, and I feel like you carry that regret with you. You carry that, disappointment, like, well, it didn't work out, so why should I even bother to do something else, or go forward from here, and I feel like you hold on to that very dearly, and you need to let that go. In some kind of way, you need to really try to let that go, Saggies. Because there are good things, you're still focusing on everything that has happened, all the bad, everything that, you know, felt hurtful and betrayed, and you feel like that. But there's still good stuff around you, you know? There's still a lot of things that you're going to have. There's still a lot of doors that are opening for you. But you need to focus. You need to take off that blindfold. You need to really see what's going on. You have the Ace of Wands here. Why is the Ace of Wands here for the outcome? Wow. That's nice. Okay, so you do have the Ace of Wands, and like I said, you know, new things are coming in. You're going to be very inspired. You're going to start new projects. You are on this new path that's coming through, and you have so many cards here that are telling you that you're going to be pushed forward, okay? There's this card, there's this card, there's this card. There's just so much here. You even have the World card here. You know, there is a new path here, so be ready, because something has definitely changed. You know, you have changed. You are not going to be the same person that you used to. But you need to go along with these changes. You need to really look at everything. You really need to take that blindfold off and really deal with everything that's going on in your life. Because it's not gonna do you any good to just not want to see. There's things that you want answers to, but then you need to take off that blindfold so that you can see the answers to it. And then you have the Justice card. And there is justice here. There is justice here. You know, don't think that because people can be so ugly and negative towards you or do something to you that they're going to get away with it. You know, do you really think that? Because they're not. One way or another, it's like karma. Like they say, karma is here. Justice is here. You don't need to do anything, because, you know, just give it to the Lord. Whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, give it to them. They will take care of it, because they do. It may not be now, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be that second, but eventually it always comes back. Trust me. You know, everything's going to start balancing out for you. Things are going to get better, Saggies. But it's up to you to push yourself forward, okay? Go through all whatever you have to go through, but look at the better side. Keep your faith, keep your hope about things, you know. Don't give up on life, don't give up on anything, but leave the anger, okay? Leave this anger and this frustration that you hold on to. All right, so Saggies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a beautiful, blessed Thanksgiving, and I will definitely see you next time. God bless.